All right, hello guys. Welcome back to Stop Motion Network. And this is actually the first live stream that is not Galactic Chat on this channel. So, and I'm here with my co-host for the Invincible season 4 reviews. Give it up to the man, the myth, the legend, Dylan over here. Say hi,
Sup?
Dylan.
Sup, guys?
Yeah, so we're going to be reviewing Invincible season 4, episodes 1 through 3 because 1 through 3 came out this past week. So if you
It's
guys
fantastic.
yeah, well, bro, of course you had to spoil your thoughts already. Uh, I was just gonna, that was to be the first question. What did you generally think? But anyway, yeah, guys, so we're gonna be doing these streams every other Saturday. I know this is Sunday, but it's because this man right here, aka me, I was a dumbass yesterday, and I showed Dylan episode 2 and 3 yesterday night on
Which was
Discord.
awesome.
Yeah, which was yeah. Thank you for spoiling more of your thoughts. Anyway, um, and I then was like, "All right, Dylan, give me like 20 minutes, and I'll."
Yeah, so he fell asleep, and then I literally went to go watch a movie with some of the other boys. So
Yeah. So I'm over here like, oh, that's great, because I woke up and it was like 12 o'clock already my time. I was like, oh fuck, we can't even do it now. So, yeah, if it was like, a little bit earlier, maybe Dylan would have been like, yeah, let me finish my movie with Austin and them. But yeah, we're now reviewing it. So, guys, just let you know, episode 4 and 5, when we review those episodes, it will be the Saturday, not this upcoming Saturday, but the Saturday after.
yeah,
So, and we're going to stay like that for the rest of the schedule. But anyway, so let's get right into it because we got some busy stuff with Invincible. So, Invincible season 4. Uh, we're gonna just quickly describe like what did we think about the earlier seasons. I'm actually gonna start with what? I'll start with myself right now
yeah,
because I got you into it.
yeah. You
So,
got me into it. That's the thing. When
so
I first saw it, I saw it. I like the first episode. I saw a lot of blood, guts, and gore, and I'm actually not a fan of blood, guts, and gore. Honestly, what keeps me, it's kind of like it's weird because I've seen Scream, I've seen even Five Nights at Freddy's, I've seen other stuff that I'm starting to get into with a lot of blood, guts, and gore now, but it's just not necessarily my thing. If there was no story, which I honestly didn't know there was such great story to it, I was not gonna get into it. You're
yeah,
the one who told me there is a lot of story, and I gave it more of a chance. And
okay,
now I totally love it. But yeah, go ahead,
okay.
go first.
So, how did I get into Invincible? Was straight up a YouTuber that I follow. His name is Robert Storms. I used to be one of his top subscribers and all of that, watching his streams all the time. And he legit like convinced all of us younger YouTubers that Invincible was coming out and this show, like, we should all give it a chance because the comic books are like the best comic books of all time. And we're like, um, okay, well, we never heard of Invincible, but all right. So we gave the show a chance. Season 1 was fucking beautiful. I fucking think it's peak superhero television. It legit became like my favorite thing of superhero television. And that's saying a lot because at the same time, Peacemaker season 1 was coming out. So it was like two fantastic superhero shows coming out at the same time, which I just fucking loved at that point. Um, and then we had to wait like I want to say like 3 years till season two got out because season one was made before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So season two got really delayed because of the pandemic, and they had to get all the voice actors back and all that stuff. Because they didn't know if it was going to get greenlit or not for another season. Invincible season one was kind of like the test season to see if it will work. And Invincible season one did very well among people. They made a lot of casual people got into it. The memes started. A lot of people loved Omni Man and so much more. All right. So the show became a hit. Season two and three then were greenlit, and they were legit in production at the same time. So they were making season two and three back to back practically, you know. And then season two came out. Season two was great in my opinion. And then I showed you season one and two back to back. I showed
Yeah.
you both of them. Because I remember season two was still coming out when I showed you Invincible, so we caught up till like the last 3 episodes of the season, or at some point in season two, we caught up and we were like both like, all right, yeah, let's go. Let's watch all the we're excited now that it's weekly. And then then we waited for season three. And Steven and I watched I watched season three by myself with my family until Steven was like, all right, yeah, let's watch Invincible, Seth. So we legit binged Invincible within one entire week, all 21 hours of it. Season
It was
one,
great.
and it was fucking beautiful. Legit, what Steven and I did, we kept on dancing and loving Donald so much. We think Donald is the best character of all cinema. We made a lot of conquest memes and jokes. I'm so lonely. Anyway, and yeah, so we loved Conquest. We loved all that shit. And then Steven then showed Dylan Invincible season 3, So Dylan, you know what? You want to tell your side on everything from Invincible season 1 through 3? Like how you got into the show?
Yeah, okay, so how I got into the show, honestly, so even I think I saw like the first episode by myself. Did not like it, wasn't expecting the blood, guts, and gore, and I'm just not really a blood, guts, and gore fan. I'm a story fan. And so I said, yeah, no, this show isn't for me, and I turned it off. Never even looked back. I don't even think I saw the ending of the episode with Omni-Man killing the I'm gonna call it the Justice League, even though I know that's not what it's called. I suck at names. I really suck at names, so I cannot remember anyone's name except Mark in this entire show and Eve. I forget Oliver's name all the time. I can't believe I just remembered Oliver's name just now. But other than that,
said it.
My favorite character, honestly, is still Cecil. Cecil's his name, right?
Yeah, I love Cecil. Yeah.
Honestly, between Cecil and Eve, those two are my favorite characters of the entire show. And yeah, I was like, nope, this show isn't for me when I first saw it. And then he comes to me, he and Austin come to me, and it's like, hey, you should watch Invincible. It's such a great show, such a great story. I'm like, yep, nope. And it's really funny because, like I said, right, I watch stuff like Chainsaw Man. I watch of like the Halloween movies. It's like For me, I don't like guts and gore. I like story. Chainsaw Man has such a great story that it keeps me hooked. Attack on Titan has such a great story that it keeps me hooked. That even though I want to barf my brains out, I can't look away because it's such a good story. It's the exact same situation with this. Honestly, if this show was nothing but good guys beating bad guys up until they puke their guts out, I wouldn't watch it. But the story is actually really interesting. I enjoyed the first story. I enjoyed the whole mystery of Omni Man in the first season of whether or not he was an actual good guy, whether or not he was a bad guy, and then the whole flip when he actually turns in season 2 and then literally goes up against Mark, almost destroys him. It's a fantastic story. I like Omni-Man's whole story. Probably my favorite storyline of the entire show so far, though, has to be, and I forget his name all the time, Mark's big villain, the brain guy.
Oh yeah, Angstrom.
Angstrom. I really like Angstrom. I also really like I'm gonna call him Rock Guy, even though it's not his name.
Titan.
I like Titan's story as well. It's really funny because when I was watching at first, I was on Titan's side. I really thought that he was going to become the next superhero. The fact that Titan became a criminal empire lord was actually really interesting, really fantastic. I like where the story is going with that in season 3 as well. And season 4 just really did something that was fantastic. We'll talk about it in a second when it comes to his character. But yeah, so far, Eve's storyline is always incredible to watch. Personally, I think if it wasn't for the fact that we got basically Cecil's backstory in, was it season 2 or season 3?
Season 3, we got Cecil's backstory.
If it wasn't for Cecil's backstory in season 3, she would be my favorite character because of her backstory with her superpowers. And I am still amazed to this day that they actually made because I hated Rex. I hated Rex as a character. I hate saying it, but I was actually kind of looking forward to this guy being gone. And then they actually turned him around and made him like one of the best characters. Don't get me wrong. Rex is not my favorite character of the entire series or anything. I really think it's between 3 of them: Cecil, Eve, and Rudy, who is now Rex. Yeah, I can't believe that they turned Rex into such a good character. It's kind of like a Darth Maul moment for me, because if you guys don't know, I was not a fan of Darth Maul from episode 1, Phantom Menace. It wasn't until the Clone Wars that they brought him back, and they made him such a fantastic and interesting character, where Darth Maul shot up to being like one of my least favorite characters in Star Wars to probably easily in my top 10. Like, he's not my favorite character ever. Rex is not my favorite character in Invincible, but Rex turned out to be such a fantastic character. He goes through quite an interesting character arc that I enjoy. There's just so many parts of season 1, season 2, and season 3 that I enjoy. So how can I not enjoy season 4? Oliver throughout season 2, and really I think he's mostly season 3 is when we really get to know him. In season 2, he's just a baby.
Yeah.
In season 3, honestly, Oliver, I don't have very much to say about Oliver. He's just a good character. I like the whole storyline that we had with him, and it's like, well, what is he doing after night? Is he causing trouble? And it just turns out, no, he just wants to have some good friends. He wants to be a normal child. But the thing is, he is a mutant bug. So, oh yeah, if you guys don't know, Oliver is literally half bug.
Yeah, he's half.
That's where I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, half bug. Real quickly, this is what I'm gonna say. So, Invincible season 1, like I said, was peak. Season 2, I actually thought season 2 dethroned season 1. when it came
Oh
out.
yeah,
And
season 2 was way better than season 1. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. And it's really because, again, I'm like Dylan, I love Angstrom Levy. And the final fight, the final episode where he confronts Mark's house with his mom and, Oliver as a baby and all of that. And he sends Mark in tons of dimensions and all of that, even meeting Spider-Man, quote unquote.
Yeah,
Um,
that was funny. That was a good
and
time.
going into like the Walking Dead universe and Batman in the DC universe. Um, and I also just love that that was like the first time Mark thought he killed someone.
Yeah.
And then we were like, man, yep, we're getting to a great character arc. And then season 3 came out, and already season 3 dethroned season 2. That's the thing. Each season just gets better, in my opinion.
Honestly, yeah, what would be my favorite season? Because between season 2 and season 3, like I like season 4, don't get me wrong, but we haven't seen the entire season yet.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm kind of pushing towards season 3 as my favorite.
Well, the thing is, first off, season 3, we got the Cecil arc where
Yeah.
Mark had the fallout with Cecil and everything. Then we got the first thing of Mark find the dragon with Titan and all of that.
Which was fantastic.
Yeah. And then we also had him fight Powerplex,
Which was that was quite fight.
Yeah.
That was quite a fight.
Yeah, that was.
But
awesome.
we also had Rex and Blow Up and everything else.
Rex's character arc, yep. And then also Mark got together with Eve finally.
It's funny because in the beginning, I believe Robot, aka Rudy, was definitely he was my first favorite character, and now he's kind of lowered on the list. Don't get me wrong, I still think he's a great character and all. But I think my top 5 favorite characters, without a doubt, I think Cecil is my number 1, which it used to be Rudy. I would go Eve after that, and then I would definitely go Rudy in my top 3, and then I would actually go either Titan. Yeah, I think I would have to go Titan, and then his name's Armstrong, right? The brain guy.
Angstrom
would be number 5. Those are my top 5 favorite characters. So.
All right, and then we had the Powerplex episode, which was already fucking peak, and at that time, that was like one of my favorite Invincible episodes. And then the next one was the Invincible War, where Angstrom, we find out he got resurrected back, from the dead. He got saved moments before he died. He got put back together by scientists, and he unleashed the Invincible War among Earth, with all the evil variants of Invincible teaming up under Angstrom to defeat all of Earth, to just let it burn, which was a fucking peak episode. Might be it definitely is in the top 5 for me. And then my favorite episode of the whole show was the fight with Conquest. The season 3 finale was my favorite episode of the whole show, because that was when the stakes were even higher upon higher upon higher. And the fact that in the comic books, Conquest was a very menacing figure in the comics, but then they even changed him a little bit in the show, where we found out just a little bit more about the character. He even says, about the Viltrumites, they are scared of him. They think he is unhinged. he is actually upset a little bit how if he died or if he cried, nobody would give a fuck about him, you know? So that's why he just decides to conquer because that is his purpose. That is all that he's good for, conquest.
Yep.
He doesn't even have a real name. It's just to conquer, with his quest. Anyway, and I just love all of that. I love, Mark finally going full on like, yes, I can't even feel bad for killing people. I must kill Conquest, with Eve's help because he thought Eve was dead completely. So, I just love that shit. Fucking peak Invincible right there. And also, it holds a huge, thing to me, that final episode. So, now that we're going into season 4, because now we are going to get to season 4.
Yeah.
Let's start with episode 1, guys. Episode 1 of season 4. It is called Making the World a Better Place. So, what happens in this episode? I'll straight up tell you. We get a good music montage of the beginning where it's basically showing the aftermath of everyone is trying to unite and make the world a better place from after the Invincible War and Conquest. And everyone does not like Mark, really, because a lot of them, they blame him for the 2 fights that just happened, So Mark is trying to do everything in his power to be there for them, to save people, to help out the chaos that is Earth right now, And I like that. I really do. I like that whole thing. It kind of reminds me, no offense, Dylan, kind of reminds me of my character, Raccoon Man.
Yeah, a little bit.
Smile, where he is so determined to just keep on being a hero, to be out there, to do the right thing, and he's not taking care of himself, though.
Yeah.
He's not having a night off. He is obsessed with it, because he feels responsible for everything that happened. And I love that. I love that character, little arc that he's on. And then we also got... Okay, so the Guardians of the Globe is reformed in this episode. Britt is their leader. Rudy wants to be the leader. I mean, Rex, sorry.
Yeah, he changed his name to Rex in honor of his death of his friend. It's really funny because, let's face it, he is the clone of Rex.
That is true. Yep. And then so Cecil basically just says, hey, look, Rex, just work with me. And he's like, maybe once you earn my trust, maybe you can be the leader again. I don't know, though. And then Invincible, though, he does have like a little bit of a fight with Oliver, because Oliver gets home and he's playing his video game and he's like, I just got home. I don't want to go out and fight another villain. And Mark is like, but, we need to. It is our responsibility. He's like, well, I just want to fucking take a break. And even the mom says, like, look, Oliver does a lot of shit, Mark. He is going out there every day saving people and all of that. Can you just take a break? And he's like, no, I don't get any breaks, And then Mark fights Dinosaurus, which...
Yeah, and I can't believe I understand why he's starting to get to this point where he's noticing that every time he stops a villain, if he doesn't, stop them for good, they only come back and cause more pain. So the fact that he literally for a second even thought about killing the dinosaur guy, even though he's basically a cursed human, is what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very interesting character arc. That kind of reminds me of Batman a lot of the times, where you have that storyline of Batman, and it's like, why doesn't he kill the villain? And it's because Batman's whole thing is, if he kills the villain, then he thinks he's no better than the villain. He wants to prove that he's better than the villain. That's why he always lets the Joker live, even though he wants to kill him all the time. So I think it's going to be an interesting character arc where we're going to end up Mark having the exact same situation where he realizes that no, if he just kills, he's going to just end up being the villain, and he can't be the villain. He has to be the hero. But it's going to be interesting to see how he gets there.
Okay, so Mark fights dinosaurs, which, by the way, Dinosaurus is not going to be a main character this season, but he will be especially a big character in future seasons. All right.
Looking forward to it.
So I do like his introduction. I like that he's kind of like a contrast to everyone. He thinks what Invincible quote unquote did, even though he didn't do it. He thinks the Invincible War actually saved human civilization and all that. I like that. I like that he's basically almost like Thanos. He straight up is like, yeah, less mouths to feed, you eliminate half of our population. Thank you very much, Invincible, for everything. But now you're trying to save everyone again, so I need to kill you.
Yeah.
And then, yes, Mark almost kills him. But then the Guardians show up, and even Robot is like, are you okay, Mark? And Mark's like, what do you think? And he just flies off. And then, eventually what happens, though, is so then Oliver and them all make up. Like, Mark makes up with Oliver. They have a whole sex joke shit with their mom and Paul. I think his name is Paul. I'm trying
why do I keep? Okay, I gotta say this, right? There's a part of me that really likes Paul, and I hope it doesn't go this route. But there's another part of me that's like secretly thinking, "Oh my God, what's gonna happen to Paul?" One of two things is gonna happen to Paul. One, he's gonna get killed, or two, he's gonna end up being not like a super bad guy, but he's gonna end up working with one of the bad guys. He's gonna be a bad guy. I don't want either one of them to happen, but I feel like they're with everything that they're setting up, and him being just this really nice guy with the mom and everything. I feel like this show is too cruel. There's no way they're gonna give these two characters just a nice nice relief. And then he comes back, and what? Mark's dad comes back, and what? Is it really gonna be a thing where they don't get together? I feel like that's not gonna happen. I really feel like Paul is either going to die or he's gonna end up being the villain.
See, that's the thing that I'm trying to. I don't even know what they're gonna do with Paul, because in the comics, what happened with Paul was, as soon as Nolan shows up,
Paul just steps back.
Yeah, the mom basically just goes back with Nolan. That I remember. Like, yes, there's a lot of fights, and she stays with Paul briefly, but after a while, it's like, well, you are taking care of Nolan's kids. you raised Nolan's kids. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she does forgive him, and she does
I don't
realize.
know. I feel like
It's
we're
like,
going to end up with Paul either being a villain or getting killed.
well, that's what I mean. Like, I have no idea, but I know for certain that Nolan and Debbie are gonna get back together. Not this season, but eventually they will. 100%. So don't expect Paul and Debbie to be together for the rest of the show because that's not gonna happen. Spoiler alert. Anyway, so Eve does take Mark to her parents. I almost forgot about this until I just brought it up.
Yeah, and I like the whole storyline of the dad. Like, okay, the dad's being a jerk. He really is being a jerk, but he's being a jerk for the right reasons. It's like I can't hate him, even though a lot of the times, yeah, he can be a dick. He can be a dick. And the idea that they're setting up that he might have been maybe an abusive parent to the mother, an abusive husband. I don't know where that's going. We'll have to see.
Well, no, I thought what the mom was trying to say was the dad is good enough, but it's like,
yeah, it's like she settled for a jerk instead of finding someone she really loved.
And
it's
she's
like
basically telling Eve maybe that's what you need is just to settle with someone, not just go for the guy who is Mark. Not go for a superhero. Go for someone who's more generic. I think that's what the mom
keeps you
trying.
safe, keeps you fed, enjoys life with you.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, right? Well, when you really look at it that way, Mark has almost spent no time with his wife in this season. He's always out saving the day, and she's always just running the business.
Yeah, I know.
They spend no time together.
Not according to Oliver and Debbie.
True, but that's at nights.
That's at nights. Yeah, I was just trying to make a joke.
No, I'm with you there, but that's the thing. There's gotta be more of a relationship than just the fun stuff.
I think we're gonna get to that, especially after episode 3's bullshit.
Yeah.
But so let's get back into this though. So
yeah,
what happens is then a mysterious new villain, her name is like Marva or whatever the fuck, I forget her name. She pops up and she has her staff thingy mabobber, and the staff is legit picking up electricity because she's going after electricity because apparently from her world they're running out of like electricity or something like that, so she needs more power, and the staff collects the power that she can go take it home, I guess. So she then picks up and there's a plant and she's like, oh, let me go there. So she's going there, and then she starts trouble with the plant workers that she just wants all the power from the whole coast. Meanwhile, Mr. Astronaut guy who had the sequid and all that, he's back with tons of sequids now, and they're ready for a whole invasion of an entire city. All right. So,
and then he actually does kind of kill him in the end to make sure. It's like, what, really?
Well, at the same time, though, I get it. I get how they framed it in the episode. I get why Mark did that because, just look at what they were saying. They said, "Oh my God, a few seconds till the whatchamacallit, till the dome.
Yeah, if the wall, if the dome, if the cyber wall, the dome thing, it actually broke, and they didn't stop him at this point, he was going to end up taking over the entire planet.
Mm-hmm. So I get why Mark killed him, but at the same time, it does show Mark is like, it's not like you though, you know.
Yeah,
And
I like Cecil's whole bit that he's trying to do here with it as well.
yes, we'll get to that. That's episode 3.
Yeah.
So what happens then though? So yes, Mark at first he goes with Eve and they fight the shit at the plant. They fight Mark, the alien girl, and then they knock her out. And then Mark goes to the Cichlid place, and he fights the Cichlids, and yeah, he kills the Astro. Rudy, aka Robot or Rex, he has a whole thing of defying orders, but he still did some good. He did go down to the sewers and, did get the people from down there that had the Cichlids and all that. So good job on him. And yeah, we're finally.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to get brain control, which he's the smartest person around. If he gets brain control, we're all screwed.
Yeah, that's true. So what I was trying to say though, now we're finally done with the Cichlid arc though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no more. They're done. They're not returning. So that's something to look forward to now.
Yeah.
So now, episode 2. Well, wait, no. How would you rate the first episode? Actually,
The first episode, I would definitely have to go an 8. The second episode, I would definitely have to go.
No, wait. We're not done with. Hang on. We're just talking about episode 1. And also, I almost forgot the post-credit scene of episode 1 until I just remembered.
Yeah.
So, Conquest woke up. He's like, oh, I'm healed? The boy and his witch left me alive? They didn't think so. But, Mr. Cecil was being the biggest dumbass of the entire planet, thinking, I'm going to resurrect Conquest, so that way I can learn all about the Viltrumite Empire.
Yeah, it's a good thing, and yet you also ask, ooh, should you have?
No, absolutely not.
Because he's going to escape.
And he did.
Mm-hmm.
He escaped with his dick out and everything. He was flying naked from Earth all the way to where Thrag is, the Emperor of the Viltrumites. So, yeah. Anyway, episode 1, I thought it was a good introduction episode to the season.
Yeah.
Was not like by far the best episode, but it was a good opener to a could be great season of Invincible. I liked it a lot. So, episode 2 now. Come on, computer. There. Episode 2. I'll give you the grand tour. Okay. You want to review this?
This one was fantastic. So basically what we got here was we got Nolan, that's his name, right? Nolan?
Mm-hmm.
We got Nolan, aka Omni-Man's whole backstory, and this was actually really interesting because I really like how he just straight up looks like Mark throughout the entire flashback. Yeah, it really shows that he really is his son. But basically, Nolan's whole backstory is he was trained from a little kid to be a straight up warrior. And yeah, his parents were jerks. I'm sorry, his parents were straight up jerks. His mother was worse. I feel sorry for him with a mother like that. But anyway, then as he was finally getting into like the academy, I'm gonna call it. I don't know what they actually call it, but finally getting into the Viltrumite Academy. Boom! Everybody gets sick, and it's like, what's going on? Turns out that there was a virus that killed billions of its people, and I mean billions. Like there was actually a shot of the Viltrumite planet with a ring. And I can tell you what, that ring was not made of asteroids. It was made of Viltrumites.
Yep.
That's gruesome. That's gruesome. So that's when obviously his mission was assigned. He was assigned to go find someone who find a girlfriend, a mate who could actually produce a Viltrumite strong enough to help him with this plan. So he went to Earth, found his wife. Did not know if it was going to work out or not. But as soon as he saw that his son was actually strong enough and actually had the powers that a Viltrumite needed, that's when he started. That's when he decided, okay, yep, it's time to take over this planet. So we get all that explained, and then we learn a little bit more history as well. Turns out that there was someone they call the Great Betrayer, and we don't know who that is. We just keep on hearing that name, and then I forget the orange guy's name all the time.
Alan.
Such a normal name, and I forget him all the time. So Alan and go to Alan's leader, and Alan's leader turns out to be the betrayer, the Great Betrayer. And it's like, well, why did you betray our empire? Well, now you kind of understand why he betrayed the empire, because honestly, despite some of the planet doing some good, they were really big evil villains. But the end, it's one of those situations where the end doesn't justify the means. He still has the exact same disease that literally slaughtered and killed all of their people, and it's like the end doesn't justify the means. And I like how Omni-Man is just ready to about kill him. And he said, I'm not going to use it unless I have to, basically. And that's kind of where the episode ends, with Omni-Man deciding, okay, I have to stop this, because if I don't change the Viltrumites people, we're all going to get wiped out for good. And I'm not going to let my son get wiped out for good. So so it ends with him literally saying, I'm going to go get Mark, because this is a situation that can't happen. The Viltrumites, I mean, his mind was changed. Obviously, the Betrayer mind was changed. If they can change the minds of the Viltrumites into not being jerks, then they can actually save their population, which is like 50 Viltrumites left in the entire universe. So they're on the brink of distinction already. It kind of reminds me of the whole, and I know you don't know anime, it kind of reminds me of the whole thing with Dragon Ball Z, actually. With Goku and Vegeta being Saiyans from another planet, and they're literally like on the brink of the extinction. It kind of reminds me of that whole thing, but I'll save the nerd talk there. Great episode. I'd honestly give it a 9.
You did miss one huge thing of the episode, though.
Go ahead.
So, Alan and Nolan, and also Alan's girlfriend, they went on a whole journey trying to
I didn't want to mention that part.
Yeah, so they went to each planet with a ship, which the ship was 100% the best ship of the entire...
Oh, yeah, they also got these super cool, like, bugs and a bunch of stuff that could defeat, what was it called?
The Viltrumites.
Viltrumites. Yeah, kill the Viltrumites. But what you're going to bring up is the part that I didn't want to bring up. All right, go ahead.
So while they're on their journey, the captain is like, "Hey, you know, we do got one bedroom for you guys," and
Yeah, they
Nolan's
thought
pissed
they were in
off.
a relationship, a
Yeah, so
three-way relationship.
yeah. So Nolan was pissed. Nolan was pissed, but he was like, you know what? It's fine. I can take the couch. And then every single time that they're stopping at a planet trying to get something to stop the Viltrumite Empire, um, Alan and his girlfriend is fucking each other.
Enjoying their night,
You know?
yeah, enjoying their
Yeah.
night.
No. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. They're just fucking each other.
Nope,
You're
they're
hearing
enjoying their night.
they're moaning and all that shit. Well, Nolan is fucking pissed off. I'm sorry. It's just so fucking funny. Bro. Just seeing Nolan just get even more worked up over it. Like the first time he's just like annoyed, and then it's like you just start seeing him just get even worse. I just love it. And then he finds another bedroom, and then the captain's like, "Well, I thought all three of you were in the same relationship," and Nolan's just like.
Yeah,
that would have been
great.
me too. That would have been everyone. That would have been every normal person, you know. So, I 100% love the episode 2. I think it was a great episode, but my biggest problem with this season so far, which you know what, I'll wait till we get to episode 3. All right, I will give episode 1 was like an 8 out of 10, and episode 2 was, you know what,
I think it's a 9.
Episode 2 was a 9. Yeah, episode 3, I gotta get some air. Okay, so before I continue, I think, and I even brought this up with you, Dylan, out of the stream. Episode 1 should have came out like how it came out, and then episode
2 and 3 should have been flipped.
Yes, because you know the momentum of episode 1 kind of was like ruined. It was kind of, well, not ruined, but it was kind of just pushed to then another episode, because then when you watch it in this order, you're kind of like, oh, Mark just killed the astronaut. I want to see what they think about that.
Yep, and instead we end up literally going with
Nolan and Alan,
backstory.
and then we cut to Nolan and Alan, and we're just like, man, we want to know Mark's story. But then we watch Nolan and Alan's story, and then we're like, oh, they're gonna go see Mark. Oh my god! And then we cut to episode 3, and they don't go.
And it's
see
just Mark. Yes, they're not
it's
even there yet.
The aftermath of episode 1. So
yeah, it should have been 1, 3, and then 2. They should have switched out 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's my only nitpick of the season so far, though. So episode 3, I gotta get some air, is basically an episode that is about. Okay, so we even forgot to bring up this. Eve is losing her powers. You know, she's not using her power. Well, not able to use her powers. You know, not losing them, but not being able to form. She thinks she's losing her powers. And she's really scared, and she has a mental breakdown with Mark in this episode. Meanwhile, everyone else, like Cecil and Donald, they're all like, Mark killing Russ, you know, the astronaut. No, he was an innocent man. It's not like him. So Cecil tries to have a conversation with Mark, and then D.A. Sinclair, who was the guy who made the Reanimin from season 1, and he still makes Reanimin for Cecil, though. He actually we find out that he actually feels bad for what he did. And he tries to actually apologize, and he's doing good now with his experiments, but he regrets how he did his
I did
experiment.
like that storyline as well.
You know, he does regret what he did now, in which I like that a lot too, because in the comic books we never really had a, oh, this is kind of like a little bit of a redemption for Sinclair. Like, no, we didn't have that. Instead, Sinclair was just working with Cecil to create more reanimate. It wasn't, oh, he actually feels sorry for what he did. So I like that little twist. It was nice. It was sweet. And then Mark is like, no, I don't want to see you ever again. Don't even fucking talk to me, you know? And Cecil was like, well, I wasn't trying to manipulate you. Like, he genuinely, I told him to go fuck off to lunch, you know? And Mark then leaves, and then Donald comes in, and Donald's like, did you tell him about Conquest escaping? He's like, no. If you really want my job that badly, Donald, then you should just ask.
That was actually a really funny line.
Yeah. So,
Because, yeah, if he found out about that, he probably would have killed him.
oh, absolutely, he would have. Absolutely, no, without a doubt, the way he is right now. Mm-hmm. 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 Anyway, well, he will find out later in this season. But anyway, back to what I was saying though. So then, what happens? What are like the main? What is the two main? There's two villains that are in this episode. That's why I break this episode in two halves. So Titan is having his bullshit with Machine Head still. And Machine Head's like, you know how we teamed up and took out Mr. Liu and, you know, the dragon guy and all that with Invincible? Well, guess what? He's still fucking alive. And he's going to be going after you. Unless if you join the Order, you know, that I'm in control of. If you join the Order, then guess what? Mr. Liu will not go after your family. And, you know, and Titan's like, well, no, I'm not being your puppet again, Machine.
That was the best part of the storyline, was the fact that so obviously everyone is so super busy, right? Dealing with everything except Oliver. So Oliver decides he wants to help. He's willing to give it a shot, and he gets involved in the whole situation. That was great. You still there? I guess not. But yeah, I really liked the whole situation with Oliver, and I mean Oliver's been really great this season as well, because it's been one of those things where he really does feel like he's still a kid. He's been through a lot. Yes, he has superpowers, and yes, he's helping a lot. But just because of everything that Mark has been through, Mark is going above and beyond. And honestly, it's like, give the kid a break. He just needs a couple of minutes. He's been helping a lot, and I don't know, that storyline was fantastic. And then I really like the whole thing of they're going after Rockface's family, and Rockface is finally just calling it in. Actually, he wanted Invincible to help, and then he gets his little brother. So and I liked where the story went.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Good.
My grandfather was talking. He was talking about the Great Betrayer and all that. He was like, "Yeah, I'm hearing you guys talk about Invincible. Let me give you my theory."
Yeah, what's his theory?
He's just talking about the Great Betrayer. He thinks that he's gonna betray Mark even. And I'm like, no.
Oh yeah, definitely. He definitely seems like the type, doesn't he? I feel like he's gonna be the big bad of the entire series.
So, going back to what I was saying though. So yes, that's what happens. So then the the assassin guy though goes after the family, and then Mr. Liu. So then Oliver and what's his name Titan, they go after Mr. Liu and his uh bodyguard, and Mr. Liu is like, "What the fuck is going on?" Almost, you know. But then he becomes his dragon form, and then he starts fighting Oliver, and Oliver's like, "What? This guy's the dragon?" And yeah, you know, Titan was like, "Yeah, this is the dragon. He almost killed Invincible, by the way." He's like, "Yeah, no shit. I was told." So Oliver's trying his best, and he's whining to Eve about it because he's like, "I need help. I need a Mark now." And then Mark is busy because out of all times, now the whatchamacallit starts with an F. The Flaxens. Yes, the
Yeah.
Flaxens now start
Oh,
up.
and that
Yes.
reminds me, Robot going in there. Oh, I mean, he won the day, but it was clear that was fantastic. That storyline.
I'm saying that is both a good thing and a really bad thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, spoiler alert, but I think I even told you this ahead of time, and everyone also told you this. In the comic books, Rex becomes a villain. He's almost like the end all be all villain. All right, even more than the Viltrumites. So, just saying, that's a really bad thing almost.
Rex becoming a villain. Now I want to see it more.
Exactly. But I'm gonna say, if you expect to see Rudy or Rex in this season again, you're not. You won't see him till like season 5, I think, or season 6. It's gonna be way down. You gotta remember, what's his name? Legit said, Robert Kirkman, the creator of Invincible, said this show is gonna run to like 8 seasons, 8 or
Yeah,
9.
we're only on season 4.
Yeah, so there's a lot of shit to still cover, you know. So, and then we get to yeah, so they fight the Flaxens again, which it was nice seeing the Flaxens again because, you know, their episode was season 1, episode 2.
Yep.
So that was the second episode of the whole show. And now we're finally seeing them again in season 4. I like that.
And I like the fact that they came back with a little bit more punch. They definitely was ready for a Nolan type character again. This time they got Invincible.
Yep. And Invincible was even having a hard time fighting them, you know?
Yeah.
And this time they weren't killing people. They instead were taking them.
In fact, they didn't even put their emitter, their big thing. They didn't put out. They literally put it behind the portal so it couldn't get destroyed. If it wasn't for the fact that Rudy, aka Robot, aka Rex, whatever you want to call him, if it wasn't for the fact that he is so stupidly smart, there's no way they would have been able to defeat him.
Yep. And then, legit, I think, you know, it was funny that, what's his name? Like, you know how, like, we got introduced in episode 1, like, Rex wants to become the leader again.
Yeah.
And all that. Well, he was more so the leader in this episode. Like, he took my lead. He's like, no, we gotta stop this at all costs.
Yeah.
You know, what a true leader is. And even Britt is like, well, I'm sorry, Cecil, but we gotta deny orders for this.
Yep.
It was ready, you know.
And I like the fact that Monster Girl, his girlfriend, is always there backing him up.
Yeah. And then Monster Girl and Rudy, they get they don't get captured.
They go through the portal, they destroy the thing, but they are one of the I can't remember what they're called, the green guys.
The flax.
Finally, the Flaxons finally gets over the portal and shoots the portal dead. So the heroes couldn't get in. So literally, they're stuck on the other side of the portal against a entire army, which is gonna be great. An entire empire, which is gonna be great. Which clearly, if they didn't defeat them, if they still went home right now, I'm sorry. The next time they come back, they were going to lose.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, that's the thing. And I'm going to say this kind of like a little bit of a tease of what's to come. Rudy and Monster Girl, they become the king and queen of the Flaxons. And they kind of bring order to that alien race.
I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes.
Yep, that's just a little bit of a tease right there. So that's kind of how they stopped them from attacking Earth again. They become their leader, their rulers, you know. Yeah, and then Mark goes back. He fights the dragon a little bit, but then the dragon and the bodyguard that gets Mr. Liu's body, they then go off to the distance. They escape. And then Mark almost kills Titan. He's like, you don't mess with my fucking family. You get what I mean? And he almost dies, but Oliver is now the what? Oliver, who in season 3, Oliver was fine with killing people.
Yeah.
He told the Muller twins. He told Mark to kill Angstrom. You know,
he has a great character arc in that, where he now knows, he's trying to be a hero. In fact, he even stops Oliver. He even stops Mark before he makes the same mistake.
Yeah, exactly. And then what happens is, then Titan, decides to rejoin the Order. In fear of Mr. Liu keep on attacking him. And then Machine Head's like, oh, well, wait, hang on a second. And then it was all a manipulation tactic.
Just to get him to calm down.
Yeah.
I love Robot Head. Robot Head is such... Don't get me wrong, he's not the major villain or anything, but he's a character. He's a card. He's a jokester.
Yeah, I like his villain. I like Machine Head as a villain.
I do too.
He's kind of like a, like you just like certain Marvel or DC villains a lot, and I like Machine Head. I kind of view that in the Invincible universe, he's just a good Invincible villain. You get what I mean? It's just like,
I don't think he's ever going to be in-game, but he sure is a hassle to deal with.
Yeah, he's just a kingpin. He's not Conquest or Angstrom, but he is a smaller tier villain. It's kind of like, how Spider-Man's 2 big villains are Dr. Octopus and Green Goblin. Yep. But then at the same time, though, you might like Kraven or Scorpion. That's kind of how I view Machine Head. I like his villain. I like him as a villain. And Mr. Liu is like, yeah, we both were fucking played. And then Machine Head's like, now it's time we make even more fucking money. Because that's all he cares about is money. Yeah. And then the episode ends where, oh my god, I even forgot episode 2's post-credit scene. Okay, so episode 2's post-credit scene was Conquest going back to the Emperor of the Viltrumites. And now, just a little bit of a reminder, Conquest was the most feared villain that we've seen up to this point. We thought Nolan was bad in the first season. Conquest was even worse, And then he goes and he walks up to the Emperor, and he is a scared little pussy. Like he straight up is nervous. Like my emperor, I was too arrogant. I left the boy and his witch, get in my way. Please kill me, so my death will be an example to those to not fail you. And Thrag, Emperor Thrag, is like, no.
That would
So,
be actually a good thing if I did that, and I'm not
yeah,
gonna do that to you.
yeah. He's like, no, that's a reward. You still got work to do, bitch. You know? And we get finally the face reveal of Emperor Thrag, which is now the main villain of Invincible right now and for the next few seasons.
I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm excited to see Conquest versus Invincible again. I just am really looking forward to that because Mark is gonna be like, the fuck? I killed you. You get what I mean? I just can't wait to see that. He's gonna be traumatized as fuck.
Yes.
Especially because now Conquest got everything back. He got his suit back and he got his robotic arm back. So now he's full on healed too. So he is ready to fucking go up against Invincible again. And then in episode three's post-credit scene, Mark wakes up and he then, I guess from like a panic attack almost. And he then wakes up or a nightmare. And he then goes to check on Eve because he knows Eve's not in bed with him. And Eve is like, I'll be right out in a little bit. And then we find out, why is Eve losing her powers? She's fucking pregnant.
Yeah. So I actually saw looking stuff up for Invincible. I saw like a frame of like her from the comic books. Saying she was pregnant. So I figured that was gonna come into play at some point. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. I hope that they do not give the storyline that you told me, where she basically has an abortion. I think that is a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's the thing. In the comic book, she does have an abortion. So I don't want that to happen. Instead, I even told you, Dylan, I just want this to be the birth of the daughter.
Yeah, because she does have a second child later on, so why not just, merge the two storylines together at this point?
Exactly. And also because there's another shitty storyline of Mark going back in time, and then he comes back to his timeline, and then the daughter's like 5 years old, and he missed out 5 years of his daughter and his wife's lives. I don't think that should happen. I think Mark they should have the kid right now. And
then have it raised slowly as the ages go on, yeah.
Yeah. So that way we care more about the daughter, Tara, and all of that. I mean, and now the show, it's not going to ruin the show for me if it does go that way, but
it would ruin the show for me.
Well,
I'd still watch it.
I still would like most of the show. That's what I'm trying to say. But I don't like that.
But I would hate that storyline.
Yeah. Because everything else is peak. So,
I don't think they're going to do it.
Hopefully that they don't. That's the one thing. I hope that Robert Kirkman is legit listening to us fans. Don't you dare give us this, Robert Kirkman, please. I just want, Invincible to have Tara now, Invincible and Eve. Don't make Eve cheat on him. Please. I don't need this shit.
Yeah, it was a bad storyline in the comic books. I never read the comic books, and now I'm never going to.
I don't need it, change it just like how you changed the Amber shit. Because in the comic books, you know how Mark and Eve got together?
Yeah.
It was kind of similar to what happened, but at the same time, the thing that really ignited it was very kind of different. So, you know how Mark's best friend is gay?
Mm-hmm.
William? Well,
Yeah.
William didn't know he was gay at first.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't like it when
so
stories do that. I'm sorry.
so
I don't have a problem with a character being gay and everything, but it's like I don't I don't need to see a
well
story where they're just
he
make him gay
doesn't
from the
know
very
that
beginning.
he's
That's it.
gay. He doesn't know that he's gay, but basically because Mark was with Amber, Eve was um William's boyfriend, I mean girlfriend for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no,
And
no.
then
I
and
don't
then
like when they do storylines like that.
and then what
It's just way
yeah,
better if he just makes the character. If you want the character to be gay, make it gay from the very beginning, and
yeah,
make them an
exactly.
actual character. Don't just that's the thing. When an entire character, their entire point is to be gay, it just feels like you're pandering, and I
Well
don't like
see
pandering.
that's
When
a
a
good
character is
point.
just gay and it's just part of the character, it doesn't matter. It's a good character. And they made him a great character in season one. I liked him in season one. He's not my favorite character
So
ever, but he was a great character.
no. So then what happened was after at the same time Amber I'm pretty sure Amber was cheating on Mark, and then Mark decided to then go cheat with Eve. And then that's what led to Mark and Eve kind of becoming a thing. And
Yeah,
that's one thing that I just hate. So the fact that they erased the whole cheating part of that, I'm like, oh, please just change this shit too.
yep,
Like everything else is comic book accurate. I'm fine with that, but just please change this fucking shit. Like just
yep,
change the whole abortion shit and Terra and all that. Like
yeah,
change that shit. Everything else, like with Conquest, Thrag, Angstrom, keep all of that shit. Dinosaurs, keep all that shit. I think all that's all great, but just change this shit because I think when you're a comic book writer, you kind of just are like, okay, what will work for this issue,
yeah.
and all that shit. So different. It's different around a comic book to a TV show,
Hmm.
So I think that's all that I give to Robert Kirkman. But so yeah, episode 3, I would give it an 8 out of 10 too. It was kind of like the same
Yeah,
as
I'd
episode
give it an
1.
8 out of 10. I really did enjoy it.
Yeah. So that's what I would say for Invincible season 4 episodes 1 through 3. 2 8 out of 10s and one episode that's a 9, and that's the
Yep,
middle one. So um and agrees with that. So
yep,
with that being said, uh you guys might be asking me, well, what do you think will happen in the next episode? Straight up, we already probably know what's gonna happen, so
yeah.
no one's gonna be
Mark's
around.
dad's gonna show up, and it's gonna be a whole thing that they're going to have to go into space and battle.
Yeah,
And
the that's the thing because even
she's going to be it's going to be one of those things where Eve is going to be debating on whether or not ought to do it. I don't mind if they want to put in the stupid debate, but don't actually have her do it.
yeah. Well, the thing is, what happens is after they come back from the whole war, I think Eve is thick. What we'll say she's thick now.
Yeah,
So,
She's got a belly, probably.
oh no, she's thick. Like she gained a few pounds from it because that's normally what happens with women.
Yeah, yeah,
When they become
they,
pregnant, they kind
yeah.
of
She
get
has,
old.
like I said, she'll have the baby bump, basically.
Yeah, she'll have a double chin and all that other
Which,
shit.
considering her mom,
You
she'll end
know,
up just looking like her mom. Not a big deal.
I don't know. That mom is pretty ugly. Not gonna.
No,
I'm so mean, but
you
anyway.
are.
All right, guys. So, with that being said, that would actually be our season 4, episode 1 through 3 review of Invincible. Man, we're already off to a great season of,
No,
media.
it's been a blast. It's been a great season. Looking forward to the next episode next week. Of
Yeah.
course, we're not going to review it next week. We'll review it the week after. But still,
Yeah, so we'll review 2 episodes next time. So, hopefully those 2 episodes are packed with a lot of stuff so we can, go live a little bit, just like this amount actually. I kind of like it. But yeah, like an hour.
Yeah.
So with that being said, guys, thank you guys very much for watching this live stream. Even if you're not watching it now, you can watch it later and comment down below what you thought of Invincible season 4, or if you haven't got caught up to Invincible yet, just message me and we could find a day where we just binge the whole show. Honestly,
Yeah.
So
honestly, I would love to watch
would that
season
be-
1, 2, and 3 again.
Yeah. So, with that being said,
Now I gotta watch.
Got quite a few.
Now I
shows
gotta
to-
watch Book of Boba Fett, and I hate you for that.
Hey, Book of Boba Fett's not that bad. I mean, it kind of.
It's not.
derailed
It's
the
not
Mandalorian,
Invincible season
but-
4 though.
Hey, bro, you can.
I'd rather watch Invincible season 4 than
at any time.
Book of Boba Fett. And season 3, season 2.
No shit. Even me too. I 100% agree with that. But with that being
You want to
said,
skip a week and just rewatch Invincible 1 and do a review on that instead for Galactic Chat? No, I'm kidding, but
no. Quick little update to the channel though, because I do have time, so I am gonna sprinkle some of my own plug-in shit. So we do have Galactic Chat, like what Dylan said. We are going to be reviewing Book of Boba Fett this next episode, and then we got like 2 episodes of Mole Shadowlord. Now each episode we are reviewing 4 episodes because of just how they're released and all that, and also that gives us quite a few episodes to talk about too. May 4th, I still don't know if we're streaming that day or not. I still need to talk to everyone if we're gonna do it that day or not.
I would do it.
I would have to call off that day myself, which is fine. I'm fine with that. And then we got...
Yeah, I can do it. You just gotta let me know if we're doing it or not.
Yeah. And then we got Mando season 3 next. And then we got the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which we have like a week to watch it. I'm giving you guys. So if you guys are going to like movie theaters or sailing the pirate ship, which I do not suggest you sail a pirate ship. I think you should go out and support the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Especially for Dave Filoni. Just saying, like, that's a week of time for everyone to watch it. And then we'll do our review of that, and then that will conclude Galactic Chat Season 1. I'm not going to talk about Galactic Chat Season 2 yet. Dylan knows some plans of Galactic Chat Season 2, though.
Yep,
and
I won't say him. I won't spoil him.
Yeah. Galactic Chat season 2 though will be a little bit even more busier. Well, no, not busy. That we're pretty busy this season. It will be a little bit laid back.
This is gonna be like this is
For-
legit going to be the busiest part of the year for me, and I am so That's the thing. I haven't been looking forward to a lot in a long time, so the fact that we're getting a lot of this stuff, I'm just here for it. I'm so here for it because I've been sitting here for how long, wanting to look forward to something. There's been nothing to look forward to.
Yeah. I get that, bro. I get that. I think, yeah, so, and then we'll be doing some other things too. I was giving Dylan and Austin the other day some ideas of other shows that we could do roundtables or retrospectives of, especially after Invincible season 4. But we are not going to go there until Invincible's done. So,
Yeah.
thank you guys. Again, quick little stop motion update. I am working on writing some scripts for a future Kylo Ren series, but that's really it. Because, again, my priorities are just elsewhere right now. So, just saying that's also just to make sure and guarantee that I am ready for stop motions. So, with that being said, thank you guys very much. Thank you, Dylan, for coming on the stream.
Absolutely. Season 4 is great. I can't wait for the next episode.
So, with that being said, guys, thank you very much. And yeah, we'll see you for episode 4 and 5.